Okay, I'm going to do a quick little tutorial about how groups work and how to find a group and how to add a link to a group and kind of what groups are. It's a community. Diigo is a social bookmarking site, and the emphasis there is on social. So you can share all of your groups or all of your links with other people, but what you can do is find other like-minded people out there on the network that are already sharing links. So it's even better than a search engine if you're looking for a particular topic, because a search engine is just, kind of a machine, whereas if you can find links that are actually sort of curated and vetted by people that are interested in the same topic, I think it's more valuable. So for example, what I'm going to do right now, I'm in my library, and that's just the general, all of my links, and I'm going to look at my groups. Right, and I belong to a few groups here, and so for example, I went out and I found a group called Cool Tools for Educators. Okay, and this is a group which it's kind of self-explanatory. Cool Tools for Educators. You look over here, there are 1,000 members. There are 942 items in there, and so these are teachers that are interested in cool web tools, and you can just scroll down if you want. These are all links that all of these people are putting in there. So you can just scroll through there and find some cool stuff. So for example, slideshows, again, remember tagging is very important. I'm in Cool Tools for Educators. People from all over the world are putting these links in here, so maybe I want to just limit it a little bit just to slideshows. Okay, and that's the only one with that tag. If I can find a better tag, maybe. How about YouTube? Okay, here's some YouTube links. How to make interactive videos, really interesting. So that's one way. So how do you find these groups and how do you join them? So for example, I'm going to come up here into the search bar. I'm just going to go back to my library actually. Just kind of start from scratch. Here we go. Alright, so for example, maybe I'm looking for a group that is interested in Twitter for educators. I need to scroll over a little bit. Okay, so you see all this stuff automatically pops up. Search my library, search the community library, search Google, find users, but find groups interested in Twitter for educators. That could be anything. Could be math education, could be English education, could be social work, counseling, whatever. And it's going to do a little search for me for groups that might fit that bill. So I'm looking here. Interesting. There's nothing specific to Twitter, but maybe this one looks interesting. Discovery Educator Network. So you've got 4,000 items in there, 1,600 members. I'm just going to click on it, see what kind of stuff is in there. Right, and I see some stuff that might be of interest to me. So iPads in the classroom, and you've got somebody out there that's, actually added a comment about it, not just a link. It's kind of nice. All right, so some interesting technology sort of resources. I think I kind of like that. I think I'm going to join that group. And I'm now a member of Discovery Educator Network. And you can actually get an email kind of alerting you to any new additions if you want. And you can do that. I'm just going to do that weekly. You can leave a message to the group owner. Alright, so now I'm a member of that group. I'm just going to go back to my groups, and there I am. Okay, Discovery Educator Network. That just happens to be a group that I belong to. Now, what I can do is actually contribute, and that's really the important thing, not just sort of receiving the stuff, it's actually contributing back to that group if you find something that's good. I actually do have something that that group might be interested in, for example. I'm just going to look up one of my tags here on YouTube. There was a resource I want to add to them. This teacher's guide to YouTube in the classroom. It's a really good, just some great ideas for using YouTube. I'm going to select that, and you see up here it says share to group. You may not see that. It depends on your view. You have to, I'm clicking on the pull down here. If you have it set as simple, you won't see those pull downs. Okay, but what you need to do is set it as advanced. And these pull downs will come up. So click on it, share to group, and all the groups that I belong to show up, including Discovery Educator Network. So I'm just going to add that to that group. And so if I go up to my groups and just check that it did actually save it, the teacher's guide to using YouTube in the classroom, it shows kind of the last few links that have been added, and there it is. So all those people have the benefit of that particular post. Now, another thing that you can do if you're just out there on the web, and remember, the whole point about this is to make saving links easy. Let me see, I'm going to find something on Twitter. Okay, 50 ideas on using Twitter in education. I'm just finding a link here. I'll show you how to save something to Diigo real quick, but also save it to a group. And of course, it's having trouble finding it. Try that again. Okay, using Twitter in education, maybe this is just a really good site that I like. I want to bookmark it, and I'm in Internet Explorer. I've got my bookmarks bar, or I could use the Diigo. So I'm going to bookmark this page, and remember that pops up. I am going to use the tags Twitter, teachers, resources, and education. But here's this thing called more options. So you can add to a whole bunch of things. You can share it to a group. So I could share it to any of these groups that I happen to belong to, and I'm going to add it to Web 2.0 for teachers, and I'm going to save it. Alright, so immediately in my Diigo library, okay, there's my link that I've saved for myself, and it's in the group Web 2.0 for teachers. Alright, and there's something that I have shared. So that's the basics on how to join a group, how to add something to a group, and the next video that I'll do is how to actually create a group and invite people to collaborate in a group.